Hi everyone, welcome to Pop's Delicacies. It's me, Pops again, and today I have got prawns biryani recipe for you for all my seafood lovers, people who absolutely love prawns and they wonder how to incorporate it in some rice recipe. So this is a nice idea. So let me begin by showing you how to clean prawns. If you have got the whole prawns from the market, and how do you clean them. This is the tail end. It's very pointy, it's very sharp. Hold it like this and break it. Once this comes off, these are the legs. Hold it like this and just keep pulling. It will come off. This is the head. Now for the head, again there is a hinge over here and you can see some space here. So just hold it like that. Give it a little press over here and pull it off. Now this is the prawn. Most of the people do not prefer the shell on for prawn biryani, so I'm going to remove that. See, just hold it and pull it off like that. It will come off very easily. Once you do it, you will understand. It's clean. So this is how you must clean all your prawns, and you can devein the prawns with a knife. Make an incision over here. I'll show you that. Take a knife, so we made an incision. All the prawns you must clean the same way. Now you must have heard me many times saying that I'm using homemade ginger garlic paste. Nothing but using ginger and garlic to make it a paste. I'll just show you now. You can also use pestle and mortar and get a coarse paste, but I'm going to use the grinder and get a smooth one. Now that's that. This is done. So just chop it like this. Let's do with garlic. Now garlic, I'll show you how you can clean it very easily. This is the blade of your knife. Press the blade like that. You can hear a cracking sound. That's it. Now it's very easy to clean. So these are our ginger and garlic. I've cut the garlic cloves into halves and then pour a little bit of water. That's enough. Let's get a paste out of it. Now we are going to marinate this prawn. See, I have cleaned and deveined just the way I showed you. All the prawns have done the same. Now we are going to add one by one the ingredients to marinate the prawns. This is curd. Now I'll show you all the dry powder masalas. This is red chili powder. This is garam masala, biryani masala powder, salt and turmeric powder. Everything I'll pour at once. Let's pour that. Ginger garlic paste is in. Now this is our complete marination. Okay, use your hands and marinate it nicely. If you're sensitive towards red chili powder, then you can wear a pair of gloves, cooking gloves, or you can even use a spatula or a spoon to do it. No hard and fast rule that you have to do it with hands. And marinate it at least for a couple of hours, and if you have enough time you can leave it overnight as well. So I usually soak onions like this in water. Like I cut them, remove the skin on top and soak it in water. If you keep it at least for 5 minutes, you don't have to shed tears while chopping onions. So we want this thinly sliced. Okay, half of these onions we're going to use to make brown fried onions that we're going to top it finally once the layering is done of the biryani, and remaining half we are going to use while cooking, as in while frying all the sabut garam masalas or the whole masalas. So just thinly slice it. Let's get on with our remaining vegetables. I'm cutting a tomato. The tomato needs to be really ripe. Please get a ripe tomato which has been lying in your fridge for quite some time. Now let us chop some mint leaves. These are from my garden. My mother-in-law grows them. So mint leaves and a handful of coriander leaves. Coriander leaves we are going to just roughly chop the way I chopped mint leaves. Hold it and there you go. You don't have to be very particular because we are only going to garnish this on top after the layering is done. Now one more thing that we have to add, the final ingredient, are the chilies. Just cut the top like this and slit it through from top halfway. That's it. Final thing is what to do with the rice. I'll show you. This is my long grain basmati rice when it's dry. Now I'm going to give it a wash, like wash for 3 to 4 times under running water till the water on top becomes very clear and you can see through the grains under. Now this is our wash rice. You can see clean and clear water on top and you can see the rice grains very easily right at the bottom. At this point, after we have washed and it's in the water, we are going to keep it soaked in water for at least half an hour. And I really recommend this step, guys. Don't just wash the rice and start cooking immediately. You will not get the texture that you're looking for. Now at this point of time, I'm going to boil water in a large vessel. Now the quantity of water with rice is, like, I have taken 3 cups of rice and 10 cups of water. So the water quantity should be always way more than rice. So add loads of salt, and the water, you should taste the water after adding salt. It should taste salty. Now let's add our whole garam masalas. I'll add some of it and keep some to be added while I'm frying the masalas. Okay, so a few cloves and few cardamoms, some peppercorns. This maize flour, let me just break it into half like this and add little bit and keep the remaining. So water is boiling vigorously. At this point of time, I'm going to add my soaked rice. So I've drained the remaining water and I'm adding only rice, the soaked rice, in this boiling water. So keep an eye, and you want to cook it like 80% of it. Okay, it should be al dente. It's been 5 minutes, guys, and just have a look. Okay, I'll strain the rice and I'll show you how it appears after incorporate. So have a look how beautiful each grain separate from each other. In the vessel I have poured little bit of oil and this has got heated up. Now I'm going to add my sliced onions. Okay, half of the sliced onions that I had cut, I'm going to add in this oil and we're going to fry till it becomes brown. Be careful, the oil might splatter a little bit because onion is obviously having moisture and the oil is hot. But keep the flame on high once the splattering is over, because that will help the onions to brown quickly. So onions have got brown. Now on low flame I am adding little bit of ghee. the whole spices. All this, just add it, give it a stir for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to add the remaining onion. Mix it well. And this time we are not going to brown it, we are just going to leave it for 2 to 3 minutes so that it becomes little translucent. The onions are frying for a couple of minutes. At this point I'll add little bit of ginger garlic paste. Some of it I had already used while marinating the prawns, and little bit I'm using now while frying the masala. Now let's add little bit of salt in it. I will add little bit of salt, and then I'm going to cover and cook for another minute. Let's cover and cook so that the raw smell of ginger garlic paste goes off. So I just added the marinated prawns in the fried onion and the spices. The raw smell of ginger garlic is not there anymore. So I've added, and also I've added the chopped tomatoes and the coriander leaves, little bit of coriander leaves. And you're going to fry this now just for a minute or so, okay, because even in this marination there is ginger garlic paste, so that smell also needs to be completely off before we can add our rice. Just stir it like this and add little bit of water. It was in the same bowl where the marination was done. Now we have finished layering the rice on top of prawns. Now we will add our brown onions. You can hear the sound. It's very crispy. Now let's put our chilies that I had slit and kept, and there you go. Finally, the mint leaves and the coriander leaves that I had left little bit, just sprinkle like that. Now a few more things that makes biryani special. Nutmeg. Let's grate it like this. I have rose essence, so what I'm going to do, I'll take rose essence and I'm going to mix little bit of water with it. You can straight away put the rose essence on rice as well, but this is another way, okay. Just dilute it a little bit so that what happens is the essence will not stick to your spoon and the entire thing will be in the rice. Now I'm going to add a little bit of ghee on top. You have to cover and cook for 10 to 12 minutes, not more than that, on low flame. And this opening I'm going to cover with little bit of atta dough. After around 6 to 7 minutes, I'm opening the lid. Yes, this looks nice. Now what I'm going to do is totally optional. I'm going to pour a little bit of milk and cover and cook for remaining 4 to 5 minutes. This is completely optional, guys. If you don't want to use milk, you can even add little bit of water. I'm doing it just to make sure that the biryani is moist. It's been another 4 minutes. So I just removed it. I want to show you how nicely it has got cooked. Can you see? The masala, prawn, everything is cooked nicely. Turn off the gas, cover and leave it, and after that you can serve it out and eat your favorite prawn biryani.
I hope you have liked the recipe, and you let me know in the comment section how it turned out once you cook it at home. And to the new viewers, subscribe my channel for more such interesting recipes, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Have a good day.